lied. They
notes.
also lied. They also lied that they had. They also lied that they had. They also
BKO.
lied
Okay,
to Nigerians.
you're back.
They also lied to Nigerians that they had burnt the old notes, but in truth, they had not burnt them. It is the old notes that they claim that they had burnt that we are using today. We have far more of those old notes than the new notes.
Absolutely, BKO.
So he
Quite
lost an
interesting.
opportunity. He's the first Nigerian CBN governor to enjoy 2 terms in office. He's the 12th Nigerian CBN governor after 66 years of our country. After in
Interesting.
66 years, is the 12th. He had 2 terms, but he wasted those 2 terms. You can't point to concrete achievements achieved during the Emefiele years. Emefiele years were years of failure. And I'm not surprised that Nigerians call him Emefiele.
Exactly what I'm just reading here. Quite interesting. Different names, different appellations that has been
Mm,
given to
mm.
former governor of the CBN of CBN, Godwin Emefiele. But then let me take one or two comments here. But it's very important for me to say that henceforth it's our policy that we won't be reading comments that don't come with your names. You have to put your proper names before we read your comments so that we'll identify ourselves and then we'll know who is talking to us. Let me take this
Yes.
comment. Jamil Bamidele says, it is appalling to see the way some folks just decided to bring forth ignorance, not for the sake of learning. Emefiele never scored good marks in his primary assignment of monetary policy. Daniel Olujipe says, Tunde, okay, he's responding to someone. He said, that's one of the draconian policies of the wicked Emefiele. He connived with the Abokis by stopping Nigerians from accessing foreign currencies from their master and Visa cards. Aboki is the way. Well, Grace TV says, I almost lost my life in Ibadan on 16th of February during the Naira crisis. My car was set ablaze with my family inside. Only got to control and drove it out of the fire. Emefiele must not go free. Amatayo Shudipo says he must face the music. And Andrew Instre, the last comment I'll be reading for now, says Emefiele is a disgrace to Nigerian economists. Nigeria has produced great economists in the past. At least Okonjo-Iweala is a great economist. But BKO, the question I'd like to take you on is the fact that there have been mixed reactions trailing the suspension of Mr. Emefiele as CBN governor. Some laud this move, but others see it as unconstitutional, as they believe the National Assembly must give its approval to effect this suspension. What do you understand in this regard?
Well, there's a lot of ignorance peddling on social media. People simply sit on social media and say things that they don't know. And that's why, as journalists, we must not make a habit of sourcing for information um, on social media because we will always embarrass ourselves if we do that. You know, the president has no power to unilaterally remove a sitting CBN governor. He cannot fire a CBN governor. But in Sanusi Lamido versus president and others, the Federal High Court ruled that the president can exercise, why the president cannot unilaterally, singularly fire a CBN governor without a recourse to the National Assembly. The president can exercise disciplinary control over him. And suspension was deemed to be one of the disciplinary controls that the president can exercise. So that already has been taken care of by the courts. I repeat, Sanusi Lamido versus president versus others. So this matter had come up before. Jonathan suspended Sanusi Lamido because he felt that Sanusi Lamido was undermining his administration. In fact, he said there was one comment that he invited him into his office. They were discussing, and everything that they said was published by a newspaper. And there were just two of them in the room. So if he knew that the CBN governor at that time was undermining his government and was not loyal, so he knew he could not fire him, but he suspended him. So the president, whom the CBN governor reports to, is permitted by law to exercise a level of disciplinary control over him. That is what this president has done. He's not a fool. He knows that he cannot fire him, so he calls it a suspension. But there's no way back. I can promise. The easiest thing to predict is that Emefiele will not come back from that suspension. It is good riddance to bad rubbish. He's gone. He will not be back.